working on. Yeah, a little bit about the app. It integrates with the NRS, that is Nigeria Revenue Service. But to do so, we're using Digitax as an API to interact between our ERPNext setup and the NRS platform. So without further ado, I'll show you simple setup. This is just a dashboard. Let's click on the application specific dashboard. Now we'll start with the NRS settings. We need to create a new one. Now with this one, we need to specify the tax identification number for the company. We've already set up a demo Nigerian company. Specify that. Just a moment. Simple 12-digit code. Give the name. Let's say this demo environment. Check on this. You'll also need an API. This one you get from the Digitax platform. I'll just pre-fill mine. Then just save. Give it a moment. Yep. Now you need an API key. This is like a password so that you can interact with the Digitax API. Now, secondly, you need to set up an item. I've already created some, but you can create a new one. Now, let's say you're selling Lenovo laptops. Lenovo. Select a product, go down to the inventory section, check on the allow NRS tracking, then specify a little bit the tax category, the NRS tax category and product category. Now for this, we'll just use as an example, reduced goods and service tax, created a product category. Now a little bit about this NRS product category. Now for this, you need to kind of map the type of item this is using HS code. Now this is HS code. This HS code gives the NRS platform a brief description of what the product is about. Now for this is just as an example, just part of electronics integrated circuit, but this is just a demo. But there are plenty more pre-filled in the app, so you could just write a description. There's electronic waste components and whatnots. So back to our item. Specify the product category, the tax, then I just save the item. Now it will be sent to Digitax and a unique item ID, Digitax item ID will be returned. Can verify it here, Digitax ID. After that, you need to create a customer. You can go on to creating a new customer. Let's say, let's call this August. August new customer. What else? Specify the tax ID. Just pre-fill with mine. The party type. This part specifies what type of customer this is. It could be a business, a consumer, a laptop. Let's say just a consumer. Save that. Add an address. Let's say this is August demo customer. use it, let's say fast lane road is just an example. An area in Lagos, say Lagos, the city, the country should be Nigeria, postal code 001. The email, let's say demo at navari.com. A number, a Nigerian number, 08 23 6 anything else. So back to the customer, to the tax section. You see there's no specific tax ID. You can just get party tax code. Yeah, the customer has a digitax ID. Good. You'll allow me to go back. Now we can start creating invoices. So since I haven't added any stock to the Lenovo laptops, I'll use an already stocked item. For example, we'll use this test item. Let's say we're selling 10 of those. Sorry, let me specify the customer, August. Yeah, demo customer. Save that. Submit that. And get that pop up. Can verify the invoice details in this digitax section. Now, as you see, this is a commercial invoice. The payment status is pending. According to the digitax platform, an invoice can only be pending, paid, or rejected. Pending mean the invoice has been created but has not been paid yet, or has not been fully paid. Paid means it's been fully paid. Rejected means it has been cancelled. So after sending the invoice to digitax, it will then send the invoice data to NRS. Then NRS will validate it and then send a response back. Now, at the moment, as you can see, we don't, the invoice isn't valid yet. But to confirm if NRS has validated it, we just click this sync invoice data button. It will send back some data. Yeah, as you can see, it has been updated, and then the time it was synced according to the time in Lagos, and then yeah, as you can see, it's been submitted and an invoice number generated. So the next action will be to pay the invoice. You can create a payment, select a mode, let's say cash. We're fully paying this, save, submit. Yeah, going back to our invoice, you can see the payment status has been updated to paid. So that's pretty much it about the app and the compliance process. One other thing to note about the payment status, you cannot cancel an already paid invoice, because as per NRS, they know the amount has been paid. You can only cancel something that is pending. Yeah. There's also some reports. There's a report here called NRS Compliance Status Report. This one shows a link to the invoice, the date it was posted, the amount, invoice number, some details. The most important part is here. You can see what invoices have been submitted to NRS, which ones have been validated, the payment statuses, and whether it's compliant or not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry. And also there's a background job running hourly and daily. So in case an invoice hasn't been submitted, because at times NRS will kind of delay the validation and verification process. There's a background job running hourly that will resend the invoices and update the payment statuses as need be. So without further ado, I'll let you ask some questions if you have any. Hello. Brian asks, what happens to invoices that may need reconciliation or correction slash cancelled? Does Digitex support that? If the invoice hasn't been fully paid, you can update the details where need be. But if it has been fully paid, at the moment, Digitex does not support it. If it hasn't been fully paid and submitted to NRS, the API doesn't do much about that. You can't update that. Hope that answers you, Brian. Thank you. Any other question?
Yeah, yes. Thank you so much for the presentation. I think it's a very clear and straightforward one. My question was centered about the Digitax integration. I want to find out, are there other integrations aside the Digitax?
For Nigeria compliance,
Yes.
as of my knowledge, I don't know any other. I only know of Digitex.
Okay. Then lastly, it's the Nigerian compliance you're working on now. Is it a custom built by you, or is it an ERPNext integration yet?
If you're asking if the app you're working on is it a custom integration?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a custom integration in an app to interact with the API. Yeah, built by
Okay.
Navari. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You ask, after syncing the invoice data, the invoice was marked as paid, but yet on the report the status is pending. How do you guarantee one source of truth? Yeah, you can always. This is a link you can always check. We'll work on that. I think that's a bug. We'll work on it. Pending. Let's see. Okay, this isn't paid actually. So let's create a payment. Let's see if it will change. That's invoice number. Invoice number 018. Paid. Back to our reports. paid. Invoice should show ending 018. Yeah, I can say the report is consistent with the data in the invoices. The one we created, let me verify that. The one we created 28 minutes ago. Is it paid? Pending. This one is unpaid. Invoice number. Wait, 015. Yeah, the data is consistent, if I may say. That was for all the invoices. Another question, does Digitax support multi-company setup? Yes, it does, because when you come here to the settings, you specify an API key and so specify settings for individual companies. For example, could also create another one for another company and also give it the tax identification number, another name. So when you create invoices linked to that other company, it's going to use the specific settings and API key for that company. I hope that answers you, Brian. Thank you. Any other question? There seems to be no other question. I'll hand it over back to Priska. Oh, how much does Digitax charge for the integration? They don't have a specific rate, because on the documentation side, they say you have to contact them. Then they'll ask you several questions like how many invoices will you be sending per week or per month. Then they'll give you a price. That's one of the questions they'll ask. They'll ask some more questions. So to answer it, you need to talk to Digitax. Thank you. Still open for more questions. Mhm. Thank you, everyone.